Hey, this is Gary from 3Bug Media, and today we're going to talk about how to handle negative Google reviews. Now, online reviews are super important for your business. They can't be ignored because most, if not all, potential customers are going to look at some sort of review before they contact your business or buy from you. It's just a fact of life, and you have to take them seriously and acknowledge when you get a negative review and learn how to respond to them properly. I see a lot of businesses out there who take the attitude, oh, I just ignore reviews, and if they start getting negative reviews, they just don't pay attention to them. Well, you do that at your peril, because eventually it's going to put you out of business, because like I said, most if not all people are using reviews today to judge if they should contact you or a competitor. So today we're going to go over a couple ways that you can respond to reviews to potentially turn a negative review into a positive for you. One of the first things is flagging reviews. A lot of people ask me, well, can I just flag a review? And will Google take them down? And a lot of businesses have flagged reviews in the past and Google refuses to take them down. They're not sure why. Well, you can only flag reviews and have them taken down for specific reasons. Well, you can flag any review, but Google will only take them down for certain circumstances. And these are some of them. Off topic, if it's clearly not related to your business, they're not even talking about your product or service, then you can flag it as it's off topic. Maybe it's too personal or something like that. If it's offensive, if they're being really rude to you and they're using foul language, things like that, you can ask to have that review moved. If it's clearly spam, if they're selling Viagra or things like that, they're putting links to products in your review, clearly that's spam. Google will take that down. Personal info posted, they take personal info very seriously. So if you're not the business phone number, but if you try to post somebody's personal email or personal phone number or address, something like that, they will take that down immediately. They take that very seriously. So if they're trying to get personal and post your information, that's not cool, and they'll take that down. Dangerous and abusive language, if they're being threatening in their tone, if they're making threats against you, your business, things like that, of course they will take those down. Those can be flagged. And if they're competitors or fake reviews or past employees who have a grudge against you and they're going to create a fake account and impersonate somebody else and leave a bad review, you can take those down as well. Now, when it comes to responding to a legitimate negative review, one thing you need to know is your response is not for the reviewer. Now, once in a while, you can give a thoughtful response and you may change the mind of the reviewer, but most of the time when you leave a response, it's not for the reviewer themselves. You're not going to change their mind. It is for all future potential customers who read these reviews. That's who you're leaving the response for, and that's why it's important for you to leave a response, because a lot of businesses take the angle where I'm not going to respond to that review. They're an idiot. Well, you're not responding to that idiot. You're responding to thousands of potential future customers who are going to read these reviews, and they're not idiots, but they're not going to do business with you if you just let it sit there like that and you only leave one side of the story, the reviewer's side. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple tips on how to properly respond to a review. But before that, if you get a negative review, first thing you want to do is you want to take a look, see if you can identify who that customer is or which one of your employees worked with that customer. If you can do that, see if you can reach out to them offline first. Apologize and do all of these things. Apologize to them, see if you can remedy the situation first. And sometimes if you can fix the problem offline, they'll go and they'll change your review, they'll update it, or sometimes they'll even take it down. Okay, so that's step one. Try to, you'll never be threatening or try to force somebody to do it, but see if you can fix the problem first, and sometimes that'll remedy it and they'll just take the review down. That happens a lot, and that's usually our first step to try to fix a bad review. But if you can't take the review down, here's a couple things you can do. Like I said, number one, acknowledge what happened. Potential future customers, they want you to take responsibility. So acknowledge to the person that it happened. Don't take the angle where you're going to say, oh, well, I'm sorry you think like that, like you're an idiot. That's not reality. Maybe it is, but you can't say that publicly. Okay, so acknowledge what happens. If they say I got poor service, say, you know what, I'm really sorry that you had a bad experience at our restaurant or something like that. Take responsibility, acknowledge what happened, tell them you're sorry, we accept what happened. It's our fault, and we'd like to make it up to you. And that leads into number 3, outline in detail what you did to fix it on there, especially if you're like a service business like contracting, plumbing. This happens a lot. People complain about anything, even if you didn't do anything wrong, the slightest thing, they'll leave you a bad review. Instead of complaining and fighting with them, which you should never do, outline in detail what you did to fix it. Say, you know what, I acknowledge that you weren't totally happy with the outcome. We take responsibility for it. We're sorry. We tried to contact you 5 times in the last 2 weeks. You won't call us back, and we tried to offer you solutions A, B, and C. You refused all of them, or you wouldn't even call us back to discuss them. Let people know that you're proactively trying to fix the situation. You're trying to make them happy, and and people will read between the lines and see that it's probably the reviewer who's being very unreasonable at this point, because this business is bending over backwards to try to help you, try to fix the situation. We're all human. Businesses, mess up. People mess up sometimes. It's a fact of life. People know that. And you're doing everything you can to try to fix it. And it's the reviewer who is the one giving you the hard time at this point. So if you can outline that in a very respectful manner, then that will go a long way with potential customers on there. And end it with, sorry again, we welcome you to contact us, or please contact us so we can fix it. We want to make this right. We believe in customer service, blah, 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 things like that. So if you can do all these, even if that reviewer refuses to take the review down, they don't respond to it, things like that, they're not your customer anymore, at least you know that future customers will see this thoughtful response and they'll put it in context, especially if it's a one-off review. If you have a mostly good review, really good reviews, and you have 1 or 2 bad reviews, if you use this outcome, most people will dismiss those bad reviews as unreasonable customer, because everybody, most people realize that people tend to use online reviews as a weapon sometimes if they don't get exactly what they want, and sometimes people can be unreasonable. So take these steps. It'll go a long way in fixing negative reviews for your business. If you want to learn more about online marketing, about local SEO, local marketing, and online reviews, you can go to 3bugmedia.com. Thank you very much.